Gladys. Starring Harry Morgan, Cara Williams, and co-starring Verna Felton. Brought to you by Goodyear, makers of quality tires for trucks, construction equipment, farm equipment, and automobiles. It's too cold and snowy to go ice fishing, says Pat Hitchcock of Grand Rapids, Michigan. But who ice fishes when it's warm, asked Mike and Bud. Anyway, they've got Suburbanites by Goodyear, the all-winter tires for more traction when it snows and more mileage when it doesn't. On cleared roads, turnpike-proved Suburbanites give you more mileage than ordinary tires. And on snowy roads, Suburbanites give you better traction, traction you can count on. Uh-oh, Bud's friend Jim has a steep driveway that hasn't been plowed for weeks, but up they go safely and smoothly. There's the lake up ahead, and here's a dangerous curve. But with better traction, it's just one more safe winter trip on Suburbanites. Suburbanites, now sale price starting at $15.95 plus tax and recapable tire. For more traction when it snows and more mileage when it doesn't, get Suburbanites at your Goodyear dealers.
Oh, Gladys, wake up.
Oh, how'd you sleep?
Oh, I had a terrible nightmare. I dreamt the Indians had captured your mother. They had her tied to a stake and they were going to scalp her.
I'm glad you thought it was a nightmare.
Certainly was. I was in charge of the cavalry coming to rescue her.
Never cook breakfast downwind.
What's that? Sausage? You want some? There's plenty.
Oh, no, dear. I'm on my diet. I just came in for a smell. Oh, cottage fried potatoes. They're my favorite.
You want some of these? There's plenty.
Oh, no. No, I couldn't. I mean, I shouldn't. Oh, what's the use? I'll tell my girdle it has a fighting battle on its hands. Good? Not pancakes, too. This is the breakfast fit for a king.
Pete! Breakfast!
Oh, it's a shame to waste it on a husband.
We'll be down in a minute.
My, you're going all out. What's the occasion?
Pete's been having such a rough time at the office, Hilda. I thought if I made him an extra special breakfast, it might cheer him up a little.
Yes, it might, but how can you tell that on Pete?
Come on, Hilda.
No, I mean it. He has an expression on his face like he bit a lemon and it bit him back.
This breakfast will make him smile. You know why?
What?
This is a special breakfast. It's the first thing I ever made him on the first morning we were married. I can remember it like it was just now. He was wearing his new robe and slippers, and he came down, and the first words he said were,
Gladys, haven't I got a clean shirt?
those were the first words he said. In the bottom drawer, dear.
Well, personally, I think you're overdoing it.
Wait till you see this. Blueberry muffin. And Hilda, don't laugh.
What? I love you. Oh.
That's silly. I thought it was so wonderful then, but I bet he never forgot it.
You're worth $1 million. Wait a minute. Make room down there. Company's coming.
Oh, that must be the mailman. Honey, would you watch these hot cakes? I'll go get the bills.
Yeah, sure.
Morning, dear. Holy mackerel, what a way to start the day.
I wonder what people who pay cash do for mail. Oh, good morning, sweetheart.
Okay, but after Hot Lips here, it's going to be quite a letdown.
I was standing at the stove with my back to him, and he thought I was you.
Pete!
I don't know how I did it. It's like mistaking the rear end of a truck for one of those new compact cars.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Oh, all right, Hilda.
Oh, and Pete,
Yes?
I'm really glad you kissed me.
You are?
Yes. I haven't been kissed by a man in a long, long time. And it's such a relief to find out I'm not missing a thing.
Sit down, have your breakfast, darling.
Oh, I shouldn't have gotten out of bed this morning. First, Hilda, then I have to face Mr. Springer and have him tell me that I'm number 1 on his knucklehead list.
Breakfast smell extra good this morning? Look, hot cakes.
I thought I had that group insurance deal for the Whitfield factory all stowed up, but Ted Palmer stole it right out from under my nose.
Cottage fried potatoes.
I don't understand it. I've gone over these figures at least 100 times. Our rates are 5% lower.
Blueberry muffins.
Percent? How can you give a man a better break than that?
Kumquat jelly.
Covers their entire families.
Well, darling, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Things have a way of straightening themselves out. There are lots of other things like love, marriage, breakfast.
Our medical coverage, much more extensive. We even include surgery.
Here you are, darling. Remember?
I can't figure out where I made my mistakes.
I don't know about you, but I made mine when I said I do.
No use in my trying to eat anything. I better get down to the office and talk to Mr. Springer.
Wait a minute. Don't you have any comment to make about breakfast?
Oh, yeah. Why don't we ever have eggs anymore?
Hello. Oh, yes, Miss Williams. He did? No, that's too bad. Yes, thank you. One of your clients just canceled his policy.
I'm just running in bad luck, Mr. Springer. I've been concentrating on that group insurance policy for the Whitfield factory. If I had landed that, I'd be right up here on top.
Yes, but you didn't, and Ted Palmer of Tri-State got it. I have sent for a consulting sales psychologist. Now, she's going to get you straightened out.
Oh, no. Hold it a minute, Mr. Springer. A sales psychologist? She?
Yes. Her name is Agatha Henderson. Oh, she comes highly recommended. The best at her game.
Agatha Henderson. She sounds like she plays it in Gym Bloomers. Oh, no, Mr. Springer. I'm not going to have some big, bossy woman telling me my business and prying into my...
Yes?
Hey, Miss Henderson is here to see you, sir.
Oh, send her right in, will you, please?
I won't do it. I'll go to a psychiatrist if I have to, but I'm not going to have some female battle axe digging into my libido, whatever that is. I tell you what...
How do you do? I'm Agatha Henderson.
I'm ready, Doctor.
Up. For your information, my doctorate is in business psychology, not psychiatry. I presume you're Mr. Porter.
Porter, Pete Porter.
And I'm Mr. Springer. I talked to you on the phone.
Of course, so nice to meet you. Well, I'd like to get started just as soon as possible.
All right, you can use my office. I have some outside calls to make. I'll tell my secretary that you are not to be disturbed.
Excellent.
Oh, and Miss Henderson, I leave him in your hands. I expect him to be on the mark and ready to sprint down the track.
Well, if you'll help me put some chairs together, I don't like to face my clients across a desk.
Oh, sure. Please.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll use...
Fine. I find it helps if we're closer. Well, won't you sit down, Mr. Porter? Make yourself comfortable. If you feel like smoking, go right ahead. That's your fountain pen. Mr. Porter, are you frightened of me?
Oh, not at all. You probably got the reach on me, but I think I could outslug you.
A sense of humor. That's an excellent indication of good mental health. I'm sure we'll get along just fine. If you remember, this is strictly business. Try not to think of me as a woman.
All right, but you got a lot going against you.
Shall we start with the word association test?
The word association test.
Yes, that's old reliable.
Oh, it is.
I'll say a word, and without thinking, you must say the first word that comes into your mind. For instance, if I say the word ceiling, what's the first word that comes into your mind?
Floor.
Good.
Bad.
No.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Porter, relax. Take it easy. Are you ready? Wife.
Gladys.
Mother.
Scalped.
Scalp?
Indians.
I don't understand.
Oh, well, I had this dream that my mother-in-law was scalped by Indians. You should have seen old Baldy.
Well, shall we go on? Cold.
Warm.
Long.
Legs.
Mr. Porter.
Married.
I think we'd better forget about the word association test. Why don't you tell me all about yourself, Mr. Porter? From as far back as you can remember.
Oh, well, I was just an ordinary baby.
Well, we've accomplished a great deal this morning, Mr. Porter.
Made me hungry.
I have an appointment, so we'll have to be brief.
You haven't told me your verdict on me yet.
Well, you have some very fine qualities. You're loyal, intelligent, witty, forthright, diligent.
Well, I haven't gotten such a good report since my last Chinese fortune cookie.
But there's one thing that keeps you from being a great salesman. It's your outlook on life.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
You're going to have to look happy. Smile more. It's awfully hard to say no to a man who wears a smile. Come on, try it. Smile.
Okay.
No, wider. Now, wider. Oh, no, wider.
You need a toothpick, sir?
I'm smiling.
Oh. Well, a glass of milk for the lady. Roast beef sandwich for you. And the coffee.
Waiter, I asked for the roast beef well done. This is rare enough for a Mau sandwich.
I'm sorry, but we found out that if we served the roast beef too well done, it was always tough.
Look, I said I wanted it well done, and that's the way I want it.
I know, but...
Now, look!
Mr. Porter, let me handle this. Waiter, I'm sure you're right, but this gentleman would like it well done. So won't you serve it to him that way, please?
Yes, ma'am. Immediately. Certainly, ma'am.
There. Now you see what you can do with a smile.
That 36-24-36 shape didn't hurt. Well, maybe you're right. From now on, I'll put on a smile for all my customers.
Oh, no, but you mustn't turn a smile on and off. It's got to become part of your personality. A habit. Wherever you go. At the office, at home, be pleasant. Say nice things and smile. All the time. Let the nice you, let the real you come to the surface.
All right, up Periscope.
Fine.
Well done, as you want.
Well, that's better.
Mr. Porter.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, ma'am.
Oh, waiter, will you call a cab for me, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Well, I have to rush off to keep my appointment. Mr. Porter, don't be discouraged by the waiter's attitude. Remember, you were grouchy to him. If you're pleasant to people, they'll be pleasant to you.
Oh, here. Me.
Oh! Here, oh, I'm so sorry. Here.
Oh, here, I'll do it. It's nothing. It won't stain. Perfume never does. And notice, I'm smiling.
The cab is here, ma'am.
Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Porter. I think you're going to do just fine.
Well, I'll give it a good try.
Remember, be cheerful, be pleasant, everywhere you go, and keep that smile on. Let me see it as I leave.
What are you, a wise guy?
Oh, come on.
Goodyear is many things. From radar antenna on missile cruisers to tractor tires that help till farmers' fields. But above all, Goodyear is people. The Goodyear family working for better products that offer greater value. One of these products is V-belts, the muscles that make machines move. Goodyear designs and produces more types of V-belts than any other manufacturer, from huge 50-foot belts to belts smaller than a rubber band. For V-belts with thousands of uses, America's industry and America's homes turn to the experience, ingenuity, and quality of Goodyear. Because in V-belts, as in hundreds of fields, lots of good things come from Goodyear. Things with the lasting value the Goodyear family builds into the Goodyear name.
Then after going through all that trouble to fix him a nice breakfast, he just ignored it.
Well, that's a man for you.
Oh, I know he's upset, Alice. But does he have to be so inconsiderate? If you know how much time it took to fix those little sausages.
Gladys, I hate to tell you this, but you've spoiled Pete. Babied him, pampered him.
I have?
Sure. Now, when he comes home tonight, what are you gonna do? Gonna meet him at the door with a smile, kiss him, have a nice hot dinner waiting for him?
Well, sure, I want to be a good wife.
Honey, Pete has no idea of the treasure he has in you. You're the kind of a wife most men think they're getting until they find out they're stuck with what they've got.
Thanks, Alice. I haven't done very well with Pete.
Well, that's because he doesn't realize how lucky he is. But we're going to change all that. Now, what are you fixing for dinner?
Well, I'm fixing peas with almonds, turkey croquettes at Pete's favorite dinner. I figured if I gave him a nice dinner, he'd...
Alice, what are you doing? As Maria Antoinette said, let him eat beans.
Beans? He'd shoot me.
Well, shoot back. Listen, honey, Pete's got to find out how the other 9/10 live, and then he'll appreciate you.
Oh, no, Alice, I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Gladys, do you want your marriage to last? Honey, believe me, this man is taking advantage of you.
You think so?
I most certainly do.
I think so, too.
What he needs is a good shock.
You're right. That's what Pete does need, a good shock to bring him to his senses. Sure, let him see how other women act. Then he'd really appreciate me.
What are you going to do?
I've got an idea. Pete likes sweetness and neatness. Well, there's going to be a change in the weather. I'm going to get him so mad he'll steam.
What do you got in mind?
Listen, I thought if I took the house, I would change
$1.75.
$1.75. Well, that seems fair. And you just keep the quarter change.
You sick or something, Mr. Porter?
I never felt better in my life. Sweetheart, I'm home. Darling, it's your sweet. Gladys.
I'll get your dinner when I finish my story.
That's okay. I don't mind waiting.
Oh, yeah? Well, you better sit down. It's a novel.
Darling, I bought these lovely flowers because they reminded me of my lovely wife.
Oh, please, not while I'm eating.
Here.
What's the matter? Don't you like it?
Well, honey, what's not to like? What have you been doing all day, darling?
That's none of your business, darling. What do you think I've been doing? Out dancing in some crummy club or something, huh?
No, I don't think that at all.
No, of course you don't think that at all. Who'd take me out a frump like me? Go on, insult me. Tell me. Tell me how crummy my house looks. Tell me how terrible I look.
Well, honey, I don't think the house is crummy. I think it looks charming. It has that lived-in look. And I think you have that charming look, too, my dear.
Oh. Sarcastic, huh? Huh? Missed. Missing that thing all day. But don't just stand there with that silly grin on your face. I know you're mad because your dinner's not ready.
Oh, no, I'm not. Yesterday I would have been mad, but not today because I have a whole new approach to life. I'll get my own dinner, honey.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll get your dinner. Follow me. Well, sit down. There you are.
Something smells good. What is that boiling on the stove?
It's the laundry. The washing machine broke, and I didn't feel like fixing it.
Of course, you were too busy.
No, I wasn't. I was lazy.
Oh, well, nobody's perfect. Gosh, I'm hungry. Cold beans?
Yeah, I didn't get home from the movie in time to warm them.
Well, they look delicious. Good. Good. I always said nobody can fix cold beans like you.
Pete Porter. Oh, why aren't you mad at me? What is this new approach, confusing me and making me crazy?
No, honey, I had a nice talk with a psychologist today who convinced me that I should change my disposition. So, I'm just trying to be a nicer guy, that's all.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. I feel so foolish. Here, I was trying to punish you for being so grouchy at breakfast.
Oh,
Pete.
I guess I deserved it.
I'm sorry. Perfume.
Oh, yes, Miss Henderson. I had lunch with her today, and during the...
During the lunch, she gave you her hanky to remember her by?
No, Gladys.
What do you mean, no? Sure, I know what this new approach is. It's not the new approach, it's an old approach. Buying me flowers, smiling at me, being nice to me, huh?
Oh, Gladys, don't be silly.
Who is she?
Who is she? She's nobody. Agatha Henderson.
Pete!
Gladys, listen to me. Gladys, will you let me explain? Cry and the world cries with you. Smile and you smile alone. That woman psychologist who started the whole thing. It was her perfume, her darn handkerchief, her darn smile idea.
Out of my way. I'm going home to my mother. She's had my room ready for years.
Pardon me, is this the Porter residence?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Porter.
Henderson.
I'm sorry to barge in on you like this, but I think you picked up my handkerchief during our interview today.
Well, honey, this is Miss Henderson, the lady psychologist that that I've been trying to tell you about.
Psychologist?
That's right.
You mean it was a business appointment?
Of course.
Oh, here.
Oh, thank you.
You made quite a trip just for a handkerchief.
Well, it sounds kind of silly, but my fiancé gave this to me, and if I had to tell him I lost it, well, I hate to say it, but he has a terrible temper. something of a grouch.
Wait a minute. You're telling this to me, remember? Old Smiley? Well, you've had me walking around here like a hysterical hyena. And you're engaged to a grouch?
Oh, it's awful, and I've been thinking about it. I'm either going to have to get a new fiancé or a new theory.
I think you ought to get a new theory.
Well, I'm already working on it. Well, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night, Miss Harris.
Good night.
Thanks for coming by.
Gee, honey, I'm sorry. Can you ever forgive me for not believing you?
Oh, I guess so. I don't know whether I can forgive those cold beans, though.
No, they were pretty awful, huh? Well, I was trying to punish you for being so grouchy. And the sweeter you got, the madder I got.
That's okay. You're beautiful when you're mad.
Now, Pete, don't talk like that to me. We've had enough trouble. I don't ever want you to say anything nice to me again.
All right. You did look like something the cat dragged in. And the next time you decide to go to your mother, tell the old battle axe that that's better than having her visit us, because I can't stand the sight of her around here. Is that clear?
Aw, there's my Pete.
The greatest thing was the word association test.
Word association test? How does that work?
Well, I say a word, then you say the first word that comes into your mind.
Oh.
Now, suppose I should say thirsty,
Refreshment.
instant,
That's easy. Carnation.
magic crystals.
Dissolve instantly.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, that's enough word association. Let's have some action.
All right. Here's the Carnation Instant Non-Fat Dry Milk. You say the word, I'll do the action.
Pour.
Just pour Carnation's magic crystals into water.
Mix.
Few quick stirs?
Mixes quickly.
Of course. Carnation is the magic crystals instant, and magic crystals dissolve instantly and completely.
Enjoy. Gladys, I said enjoy.
Just a minute, honey. I have some already chilled in the refrigerator. And you know something, Pete? You save money. 4 glasses. A full quart costs as little as 9 cents.
Carnation is the instant that's delicious for drinking. Gladys, you do know how to keep a house. I'd have to look far and wide to find a girl like you.
Oh, now, Pete, please.
No, I mean far and wide, under a rock, a boulder, and a field of poison ivy.
Pete and Gladys, brought to you by Goodyear, makers of thousands of quality products for you, your business, and your country. Yes, lots of good things come from Goodyear.
He was on his home court, center court. His fiancée was in the players' box. His parents were in the stands for the first time at the All-England Club. He was going for history. This weekend, Pete Sampras elevated himself above the rest of the tennis world when he won Wimbledon for the 7th time in 8 years. It is his 13th Grand Slam, breaking Roy Emerson's 33-year-old record for the most Grand Slam titles ever. Interrupted by 2 rain delays, overcoming injury, fighting near darkness, and battling 2-time U.S. Open champion Patrick Rafter, he emerged victorious in perhaps his most difficult and satisfying run for the title. He is the undisputed king of grass court tennis, and many, including Emerson, now say the greatest player of all time. I'm pleased to have Pete Sampras back at this table. Welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the obvious and the most sort of basic question. What does it mean?
Well, it means It means everything to my career, to the accomplishment, to having my parents there to share it with me. It was the most stressful Grand Slam I've ever been through because of my shin, because of the pressure I put on myself to do well at Wimbledon. Everything kind of really hit me at the end when it hit me that I won, and that I was with my parents and my fiance and all the people that helped me get there. Were there, and so it was an unbelievable evening. You know, it was getting dark, and you know, when I finally won, and the crowd, the response that they gave me, and holding up the cup and the flash bulbs, and it was like a movie. It was like a script that this is the way I've always wanted to break this record, to have my parents there, and it was a great day.
You couldn't find them in the beginning, in the stands? No,
I knew they weren't sitting in the players' box.
Because they didn't want to be photographed.
They didn't want to be photographed or on camera, so I was looking at Bridget and Paul and everyone to find where they were, and so they were pointing in a direction, and I found them, and they were waving to me, and I kind of sat on the chair, and they kind of everyone was telling me to go up there and, you know, embrace them, so I went up there and had a great moment for my family and my parents to share that with them. Those are definitely memories that I'll have for the rest of my life.
They're important because they're your parents, obviously, but also because of what? Why, in addition to the fact that they're your mom and dad?
Well, they haven't been part of my success. I mean, they've supported me, but they haven't been there. They haven't been at the Grand Slams that I've won. And, you know, when you're 22, 23 and you're consumed with your sport, you can kind of lose touch with your family and your parents, and you know, I focus very well, and I just made it a point this year that if I got to a final of a slam, that I was going to make sure that my parents were there. So I got to the final, and I called them up, and I said, you guys, you can't chicken out now. You guys have to come over.
Now, this was after the semifinals when you knew you'd be in the finals.
Right. And you know, win or lose, I wanted them to be there, to see me play there, because who's to say how many times I'm going to be in the finals. And so I felt I wanted them there, you know, and they're the reason why I'm here today, and they gave me a chance to play this game, and I've always been my parents, you know, more than tennis parents. I mean, tennis parents are with you each week, but my parents have always treated me the same as if I'm number 1 or number 5, or no matter who or what I've done, they've always treated me like a little kid, you know, always protecting me, and it was great. It really was an emotional time.
Look at this. This is a tape, not of yesterday, Sunday, but this is a tape of you and I talking about your parents for 60 Minutes to Profile. Here it is.
Well, he supported me.
But his parents are also superstitious. They don't attend his matches. In fact, when 19-year-old Pete won his first U.S. Open, they went to a shopping mall so they wouldn't see him play. They don't come to tournaments.
They don't.
They've never been to a Grand Slam to watch you play.
You know, they actually have. They saw me lose to Edberg in the '92 Open final. That was the only Grand Slam they've seen.
And then they made a decision that we will never again go watch our son, our beloved son, lose?
Yeah, partly that, and partly they are very private people. They're like me in a way.
So why did they decide to do it this time?
Well, I wanted them there, and I just felt, I just wanted them there. I wanted them to share it. Yeah, I made it clear, and before I've always kind of put it in their court, and they've always been either nervous or superstitious to come and be in the way. That's the last thing they want to be, is be in the way when I'm competing. And this year, before I came on this trip, I just said, you know, if I get to the final, you guys have to make it over. So I called them up after the semi, and they had the bags packed, and they came over.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And did you see them before the match?
No, my dad said 2 things. He said, I don't want to see you before the match, and I don't want to sit in the player's box. I want to sit away from the cameras, away from everybody, and I told him whatever you want, it's as long as you're comfortable. And after the match, and we were down in the training room, and he said, that's it. I tortured him, you know, because the match was so tight, and we had our nervous moments that he said, ooh, he's going to take a little break for now.
Does this make you the greatest player in the history of tennis? More Grand Slams than anyone else?
Well, it's hard for me to say. You always will have your critics, unless I win the French Open, confirmed greatest. The game has changed so much in in 40 years compared to the Laver and myself and the Emersons. It's, you know, I feel like my game when I'm playing my best, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm unstoppable no matter who I'm playing. But like, I'll never sit here at this table and say I'm the best ever. I will always walk around this earth humble and not thinking I'm so great. But
you know that the victory yesterday, or even before, but yesterday, because it was a record, put you there.
Sure.
It is you or Laver or perhaps Lou Hode, and that's it. That's it.
Well, it's a great compliment. It's flattering and overwhelming to be put in that category. And it feels great to be compared to those players, and you know, I don't feel like I'm done yet. I feel like I can possibly add on to what I have today. But I'm going to let a little time soak in for this victory. But it's so hard to compare the games to 60 years, you know, in the 60s to in the 90s. The rackets and technology and the athletes are better today.
And then also you can point out the fact that when Rod won his Grand Slam, there were more grass courts then.
More grass
also
courts.
make the point that he couldn't play a number of years because he was a pro.
Right. Oh, there's a lot of things we could talk about. I mean, Emerson won his slams when he was an amateur. Later had 6 years where he didn't play slams, so he could have had 15 or 20 or who knows how many. But he was also playing at a time where the game wasn't, it was strong, but it wasn't like it is today. I mean, everyone can play, and nothing against Rod and what he did. I mean, he was the best player for that time, and I've been the best player over my time.
How do you measure this game in contrast, say, to last year against Agassi?
Totally different. Totally. Last year against Agassi, I was perfect. I was playing great. I was confident going into the match. I had a great second week. This year, I wasn't playing well. The second week, I was, going to my matches cold and not hitting any balls on my days off and not that confident, but I was finding a way to win these matches. And playing Raptor, who's a great athlete, a completely different match because of the serve and volley tennis. So I felt it was going to be difficult, and it was destiny. I really believe in it all happened for a reason, that my parents were there, and I found a way to win, and I ended it, you know, just at 9 o'clock when it was getting dark, and it was just a perfect ending.
Let me walk through the match. You lost the first set in a tiebreaker. What did you say after that?
Well, at the changeover, I remember in a match against Becker where I lost the first set 7-6, and you, at that stage, rely on your experience, rely on, you know, getting through situations and kind of rebounding. You have no time to sulk on grass because it can be over in, you know, 20 minutes. And so just to hang in there and hopefully get a break, and I had chances. I had chances to break Pat throughout the match. Didn't convert, came down to the second set breaker, which is a huge part. And I felt the closer the match was getting, you know, I just felt like I was letting it slip away. You know, down 4-1 in the tiebreaker.
At that point, 4-1 tiebreaker, second set, he would have gone ahead 2-0. Mm-hmm. You felt it slipping away. Yeah. You thought, damn it,
yes,
I'm losing it.
More than damn it. I felt he was just escaping through some games. You know, he was kind of, I was like 0 for 10 on break points. Yeah. You know, down 4-1. He felt the nerves finally. He threw in a double, and I finally got a couple shots here and there, and all of a sudden the whole match changed in 5 minutes. You know, once I won that second set, you know, his air kind of just came out of him, and I just got a bunch of energy, and like, wow, I'm back in this match. I can have a chance to maybe win this match. So it was a huge part of the match, and there's a lot of nerves out there. I mean, I was feeling it in the first set. He was feeling it in the second set.
Now, how can you have nerves? You have done this before. You have been there before. You have won before.
Well, it's still, no matter how many times you're on that court, in that final, you still feel the pressure. And going into this match, not having played all that well, you know, I had my doubts. You know, when I played last year and I played Peeling in the final, I was playing so well, I felt like, okay, I'm playing too well to lose. This year, I just didn't feel as confident. You know, I wasn't playing that well, and, you know, I just kind of escaped through that second set, and then I finally got my game going and played great in the third and fourth.
Does the fact that you had to do that make it, and the fact that your parents were there, so much sweeter than almost any other Wimbledon, maybe except the first?
Yeah, this is the sweetest one because of what I was up against, because of my parents being there, and because of breaking the record. I mean, all these things combined has made it the best slam I think I've won because of the week and a half that I had with my injury and the stress and just everything that was kind of playing on in my head, you know, I needed a lot of support, a lot of talking, a lot of just, okay, it's okay, just deal with it and take care of it.
A lot of support from people or a lot of support within yourself?
People and myself, you know, support from my fiance and my manager and just my coach, just talking, you know, because I had doubts if I was going to be able to play. So.
How close was it?
Well, it was reasonably close. I mean,
you couldn't practice because of that.
Yeah, I couldn't practice, and I had to be pretty aggressive with it to go out and compete. So that was something uncomfortable that I wasn't used to. So I felt like this was our biggest tournament, and you play through injuries, and you look at Kobe Bryant playing the NBA Finals with a sprained ankle, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I dealt with it and got through it. And
this is what a warrior does.
Well. And I put myself through war sometimes, you know, when I'm dealing with these injuries and whatever. It's just, you know, you got to dig deep.
When you won the second set, your first set, you knew you had it then? I mean, you were pretty confident then?
I felt much better. I felt much better than I did if I would have lost it. I felt, you know, I was playing well. I was getting on a serve. I just wasn't breaking him. And you know, then as the match went on, I started to feel like I was wearing him down a little bit. He was missing a few shots. I think maybe got a little bit tired at the end of the match. And I got the return going, and my serving was getting going, and the last two sets were my best two sets of the tournament. So it was good timing, but, you know, I think it was a huge turnaround in that tiebreaker.
Did you say to yourself, though, when you were in you won the second set, then you won the third set, you got to win 3 out of 5 to win this thing, and you see darkness coming, you said, oh, man, I have got to end this thing now. Did you say that? No,
I didn't say that. I was glad I was in the position I was in, up 2 sets to 1.
Yeah.
I didn't think of the darkness. I just thought of, okay, we'll stop. If he wins the fourth, we're going to stop, you know, because it was getting dark. But, you know, grass can be unbelievably quick sometimes. I broke him 3-2, and then boom, all of a sudden I'm serving at 5-2 within 10 minutes. So
I know.
All of a sudden I'm serving for the match, where, you know, 45 minutes ago I was struggling in a tiebreaker. So it all happened so quickly, and that's what Wimbledon brings to me sometimes. Wow, I mean, you can go from feeling like you're going to lose to, 10 minutes later, you can feel like you're going to win.
How was your serve at the end?
My serve was...
Was it strong?
Yeah, it was strong. Yeah. I was serving hard.
So you were getting stronger almost as the match was going on.
Just adrenaline, and I felt like this was my last match. Let it all hang out, and serving big, and getting through my what I had to get through.
Yeah. And how was the injury?
Well, the injury was it was sore. I mean, it was the whole week, and it just was kind of, it is what it is, and I just felt like it wasn't the best of timing dealing with it, but it wasn't too bad, but definitely wasn't the best of timing.
You made McEnroe very happy by telling him you're going to play Davis Cup.
Well, I was maybe a little bit too optimistic. I mean, I think you know,
are you pulling back now?
Well, dealing with what I have, and you know, recommendations from the doc is I need to take care of this, and you know, have some time off. And as much as I'd like to go out there and play in Spain, I need to kind of get healthy and get ready for the summer. And I don't know if John will understand that. I mean, I have to.
Nor do I.
I have to communicate the details with him.
Yes,
exactly what happened.
I'd love to be there to listen to that conversation.
Sure.
When you call him up and say maybe not Spain.
Well, you know, I mean, like I said, had to
take what's good for you.
Yeah, well, I had to take pretty aggressive measures to play in Wimbledon, and I'm not going to continue to do that. You know, it was something that, you know, when you're, you know, going out and having the doctor do things, you know, to play, it's something that I don't want to make it a habit of.
What does this change for you, if anything, other than giving you the satisfaction, your parents, the victory, the record? What else does it change, if anything?
Well, I don't think it changes much in my life. Yeah. It's, you know, I'm still going to continue to work hard and play and, you know, compete. And it's satisfying putting all the time I put into the sport to achieve a great goal. But nothing's going to change much.
You and I have talked about this before at length. You're not going to say, because you don't think it works for you, to say, listen, I've done everything in tennis but win the French, so I'm going to put blinders on to win the French. You're not going to do that.
No, I can't. I mean, I can't put that much pressure on just one tournament. I mean, once the clay court season comes around, I'll schedule my year and to get ready for the French and do whatever I can to win there. I mean, I know it's difficult and it is the biggest challenge of my career, but you know, I'm not going to change rackets. I'm not going to change anything.
You're not going to just play on clay for a longer period of time or make sure you play in every clay tournament. And
no,
all that.
but I will play more next year,
You
I
will.
think. I didn't play enough this year, and it probably costed me a little bit.
I believe that too, but I could never get you to acknowledge that because you would always say, in previous conversations, you would always say, I can't tailor myself. I can't do anything particular. I just have to win by being myself.
Yeah, I just have to play my game, and in order to win any major, you need some good fortune. You know, I had it last week, and the French, I need a lot of good fortune, the right draw, the right weather. I mean, everything needs to come in place.
You don't want to play Philippoussis the first time out, do
No,
you?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
You'd rather have a better draw.
Yeah.
Most people I know, and I say this to you knowing you know how much I care about you, don't believe you'll win the French. Don't believe you'll win it. Do you believe you'll win it?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, you have to believe it. Unless, if you don't, there's no sense going over
You
there.
have that much confidence in your game. For all those people who
Sure.
say, you know, it's not the court for anybody with Pete's game.
No, it is the court. I mean, the court at the French is quick enough to serve volley and come in. It just hasn't happened yet. You know, maybe it might happen when I'm 30 or 32. It certainly gets tougher as you get older, but I feel that it is possible. I mean, it is possible. Look at Gomez. He won it at 30 or 31, and
and you're a mere what?
I'm turning 29 in a month.
Is the game better today, as we sit here at this table, than it was 2 years ago? I mean, where are you in terms of the evolution of a tennis player and the growth of a tennis player?
Myself, where I was 2 years
ago? Just 5 years ago. I mean, are you getting better, I guess, is my question.
I don't know if I'm getting better. If anything, it's trying to maintain where I'm at.
Oh, that's what I'm, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to imagine getting better, but...
I mean, the way I played last year, I can't play better than that. I mean, it's just a question of being able to play at that level at the right times.
Then is the competition any different?
The competition is probably stronger today than it's ever been. You know, that's why you see a lot of upsets. That's why you see a lot of different winners. You know, the game.
And that's why your achievement is even more remarkable. Most people I know, to interrupt you, most people I know don't believe your record will ever be equaled because the competition gets tougher and a lot of other factors. And the rigor of doing it is tougher.
Oh, yeah. It's not easy. I mean, when you are the man where I've been at Wimbledon or the Slams, you're a marked man, and you feel, you just kind of get used to it. And, you know, I look at, it's a one-on-one sport, and it's my ability against his. And I've always believed in myself that I'm going to find some sort of way to win, even when I'm not playing well. I mean, I think that's been the difference for me over the years, is finding a way to win when you're not playing well, because not every day is going to be a great day. And you find a way, and if it's ugly, it's ugly. You just have to get through it.
What was yesterday? Was yesterday ugly or not?
It was good. I mean,
good.
I played well. I mean, I had chances throughout the match, but it was good tennis. I mean, I didn't, like in the semi and the quarter, I was struggling and whatever, but you know, yesterday I got the game going.
In terms of the future, you'll play mostly Grand Slams, or you'll play a full circuit?
I'll play full circuit.
Yeah.
You know, play Grand Slams and give myself a schedule to play well at the Grand Slams, but I still enjoy playing and competing and beating the top guys, and in order to play well at the Slams, you need to play well all year. You can't just come to Wimbledon cold and expect to win it every year. I mean,
Tiger Woods plays a full
sure.
circuit.
Absolutely.
It's an interesting thing. I mean, when you look at what Tiger's doing and where you are, I mean, you know, it's a remarkable achievement in sports to do what he's on his way to doing, what you have done. And the longevity of it is what makes a difference. I mean, even people like Tiger, who know how brilliant his career is, will say, you know, how great are you? You have to see. I mean, it is over what you do over a period of time that makes a difference, which makes this even more remarkable.
It's being consistent year in, year out. It's being able to, I think this is the 7th year I've won a major. And that's one thing I'm most proud of over the years, is that I've been on top for most of my career. I didn't have any years that I, you know, dropped to 50 in the world, that I've maintained that consistency. I've maintained that level that you have to be at. And, you know, Tiger Woods has that mentality. You can see it in him when he's walking that golf course. And I feel like I have that I just want to go out there and win.
That's interesting too, because I mean, Tiger Woods, when he walks out on the court, walks out on the golf course, certainly intimidates people by the nature of who he is, as Michael Jordan would intimidate people if they were playing against him. Is that an element of your game too, or do you think people walk out there and they're playing Pete Sampras, so you got an edge going on at the beginning of the match?
Sure, absolutely. No, I feel that. I mean, especially at Wimbledon, yeah, I feel like I have the edge, that I'm the man to beat. You build a certain aura about yourself, and, you know, guys in some way have nothing to lose that can play great, but, you know, majority of the time they're nervous, they're in awe a little bit, and you need every advantage you can get.
When you look back over this now, and we've talked about this as well, why Pete Sampras?
Well, just was given talent as a kid, and worked hard and focused on his tennis and did the right things and trained and just
wanted it badly.
Wanted it, yeah. I mean, you have to want it.
And had parents, to end on this, had parents who, as you said, allowed you to dream your dreams, did not push you to fulfill their dreams, but gave you the opportunity to pursue yours.
They did. They gave me the support. It was definitely a strain on our family, you know, financially, to have me play tennis. And, you know, it was definitely, give them thanks for letting me play this game. I mean, really, they deserve all the credit, and they raised me the right way, and they definitely are the MVPs of my life. Yeah. And so it's been great.
It was remarkable, and it's a remarkable achievement, and I'm pleased to consider you a friend and to share this time after a great victory with you.
Thank you, Charlie.
And speaking of records, before we go out, take a look at this Nike commercial. Guess who? Emo, Roy Emerson, Pete Sampras. Here it is.
Pete, congratulations on breaking the all-time Grand Slam record. For 32 years, I held that record. Of course, that life for me is over. Pride, gone. Reason to live, gone. Some say if I had your graphite racket and fancy shoes, I'd have kicked your butt. Still, there is one thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. When you hit the senior circuit, you're mine.
Did you like that?
Yeah. First time I've seen it.
Now, how about this? When you take a look at this, when you got up, when you arrived in New York and saw this.
That's great.
You know?
It's
it says it, doesn't it?
Sure.
Says it.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
No problem.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.